Now, for SEBI, which has come up with the social stock exchange, we have developed the social audit standards. So the other day, chairperson of SEBI, madam, she came to our office in BKC and she was in praise of the efforts of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. She was saying, can we also expect something on digital assurance? And we told her, madam, we will also work on that and do whatever is required. So as a standard setter, we not only set standards on the accounting side, but we are also equally laying stress on the standard setting on ethics, because we believe that at the end of the day, it will be the integrity, excellence and independence by which we will be judged. Sir, it has been a great pleasure working with both of you, and I'm sure, you see, we'll continue working. And this gentleman to my extreme right, Padma Shri, past President P.N. Manohara, I think he requires no introduction.
Yes.
He has written a book on how, he has been given the Padma Shri because many people remember us for Satyam in a bad way. But he has been given the Padma Shri because he was successful in turning around Satyam. Right? So you see, we have, such kind of personalities amidst us. And it is our great pleasure to have him, moderating this session today, sir. And a hearty welcome to you, sir, on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. To all of you, I hope that you have an extremely enthralling session, because the speakers that we have are speakers of great erudition, of great experience, and they will share their thoughts, which I believe will be of extreme relevance to the 21st World Congress and also to the profession. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CA Dr. Devashish Mitra, for heartily welcome everyone. The Office of the Comptroller and Auditor General is the supreme audit institution. It's a constitutional body, and it is an honor for us that at the World Congress we have the presence of Mr. Girish Chandra Murmuji. I now request the respected Comptroller and Auditor General to share his theme address, please.
President Murmu.
Dr. Devashish Mitra, President of the IPI, Mr. Talati, the Vice President of the IPI, distinguished panelists, Dr. Ajay Mission Pandey, Chairman of NAFA, past President CA, Mr. Manohar, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. I am very happy to be here at the 21st World Congress of the Accountants, hosted by the Institute of India this year. I am glad to learn that this year's conference has put the spotlight on building trust, enabling sustainability. Both trust and sustainability are critical for any civilized society, democratic governance, and for entire humanity. It assumes greater importance in the globalized, interdependent system and on the face of emerging challenges. Accounting is core to build trust in all walks of trade, commerce, industry, and in governance. The culture of accounting has to be made in tune with sustainable development and inclusive growth. The World Congress of Accountants, as we all know, is a meeting ground of some of the best global minds in the accounting profession. Its members are some of the most diverse and talented professionals, including auditors, accountants, actuaries, regulators, standard setters, finance controllers, CEOs, and CFOs. The business community, the public, and the professional field experts all look up to the World Congress of Accountants to provide new insights and innovations for improving efficacy of the financial reporting and business management. The history of phenomenal growth in trade and commerce is closely intertwined with that of the development of the accounting profession. It is inconceivable that without timely and accurate financial information in form of accounts, the era of international economic model would have grown to its present size. The ICI has been awake to the emerging situation, challenges and constantly strive to evolve and uphold its standards to ensure transparency and accountability in financial reporting. The ICI has been playing a crucial role in regulating the profession by adopting high accounting standards, auditing procedures, and accurate accounting practices. It has diverse expertise in a wide area of taxation matters, from capital budgeting, budget forecasting, and accounts auditing. The accountancy and auditing profession has always been a strong enabler in policy formation and policy implementation. One of the recent examples, if I may cite, is the contributions made by the CA fraternity in the implementation of goods and services tax in the country. However, the economy is going through a massive transformation with evolution of new and innovative tools in doing business. These will challenge the conventional accounting tradition and thinking. For example, there is the issue of new balancing, where companies which hardly have any physical assets or employees have revenue streams of billions of dollars. Case in point is that cab and hotel room aggregators. The accounting profession not only has to keep itself abreast of with the technological changes, but has to keep in step with the new disruptive business models of the 21st century. There are many other challenges which impact the global value chain, especially the international transaction, an example being the emergence of cryptocurrency, and the challenges of capturing untraceable financial transactions, which will be a huge challenge in the financial audit. Today, we need to constantly search for credible tools to meet the challenges emanating from the development in trade and tariff systems and emergence of digital assets necessitating credible accounting environment. We need accountants who can contribute in creating sustainable business by taking advantage of emerging tools and innovations in public financial management to foster inclusive growth. India has remained resilient during the emerging challenges of pandemic and economic slowdown and has become the fifth largest economy in the world. And the country is witnessing massive infrastructure development, high industrial growth, and rising consumption levels. It is well on its way to become a global manufacturing hub. Hundreds of homegrown small and medium enterprises and young entrepreneurs are creating unicorns which shows a positive signal. They would require, especially in their initial days, guidance and support from the accounting profession for legal and regulatory compliance. The Government of India has well-defined digital strategy for augmenting the country's social and physical infrastructure. The country has initiated several e-governance solutions for delivery of public services. At present, we run the world's largest direct benefit transfer program for the welfare of millions of poor in the country. The Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Financial Inclusion Program is linked to citizens' unique identity numbers and their mobile phones, and efforts that have been able to plug subsidy leakages to large extent. We need sustainable IT governance and prudent financial management to enact large public programs transparently. without running into cost and time delays. Accounting and audit professionals must take note of this development to complement the government's efforts. We have to ensure that we discharge our duties with high ethical, technical and professional standards. Digital assurance will allow auditors to validate for an entire population, which will improve efficient workflow and build trust in financial statements. It is time, therefore, for the accountancy profession to take steps towards building high-quality integrated reporting and performance statements. It is heartening to note that the ICI has been adopting emerging technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, big data, and is imparting training on those tools. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India, as an independent constitutional authority, has a unique role of auditing all the receipts and the expenditure of the Union and State of India. Moreover, for third tier of the government, which is local bodies such as municipalities and village level institutions, C&AG provides both technical guidance and support to their respective auditors, as well as conducts periodic audits wherever entrusted. C&AG audits all the public sector enterprises which are run on commercial lines and follows the ICI's accounting standards. It also, by statutes of Parliament, is responsible for reporting on issues of fiscal deficit, revenue deficit and matter of debt sustainability. We at C&AG have used cutting-edge technologies such as satellite imagery and geospatial analysis to aid audit planning and evidence gathering. I am happy to share that our progress in the area of research and capacity building for information system, data analytics and environmental audit is comparable to the best in the world. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to touch upon another important area of accounts on the issue of sustainable development paradigm. The maxim popularized in the 80s that greed is good requires a serious rethink if our planet has to sustain itself. The humans are still on a footnote in the chronological history of millions of years of evolution of life in this planet. However, within a few thousand of years, we have brought unimaginable changes upon Earth. The issue of sustainable development can no longer be overlooked, and accountants and auditors also have an important role to play here to comment not just on the legality, propriety, transparency and accountability, but also on sustainability. Today, more than ever, we should be guided by Mahatma Gandhi's message when he said, the earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Towards this end, I commend the ICI's Sustainability Reporting Standard Board for making persistent efforts to achieve Panchamrit of the 5 nectar necessary to make India a low-intensity carbon state, as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji during the COP26 at Glasgow. It is heartening to note that the ICI is formulating comprehensive standards for measuring and disclosing non-financial information on an entity progress towards meeting the SDG goals, and has recently issued first ever assurance standards on ESG. C&AG's Government Accounting Standards Advisory Board released the first ever compendium of asset accounts of natural resources in October this year. This data was prepared in line with the UN system of environmental and economic accounts and covers all the 28 states and 1 union territory. We are proud that this specialized handbook detailing available fossil fuel and mineral is one of the few examples of natural resource accounting anywhere in the world. The C&AG shares a long and fruitful association with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We have also been working together to evolve standards for accounting and auditing and for improving quality reviews for a long time in various committees. A special mention has to be made about joint efforts to improve financial statements of public sector undertakings. I am sure this synergy would be instrumental in establishing quality financial reporting and a credible compliance framework. This will not only strengthen corporate governance practice in our country, but also guide us towards realizing the country's economic and social objectives. I am certain the experience and insights of the panel speakers would set the tone for fruitful discussion and sharing of new ideas from practice for the greater good of society and economy. We live in an interconnected world today, and adoption of universally acceptable standard is critical for professional competence in any field. As I conclude, I would emphatically state that the World Committee of Accountants and the Auditors is very valuable pillar of the global financial and economic environment. Emerging challenges have to be addressed by such world bodies with a holistic approach, keeping in mind the existing inequalities, unique and diversified system, digital divide, and sustainability. The expectation of the Society for Accounts and Auditors is that we will contribute constructively and positively towards the goal of more equitable and sustainable world. As I leave these thoughts with you, I convey my best wishes to all the participants at the 2022 World Congress of Accountants. Also, I would like to congratulate ICI once again for successfully hosting this event in India. Thank you very much.